Do you want to create a tournament but don't know where to begin? Pickleball Tournaments offers an easy solution by using our pre-made tourney templates. This allows you to choose a tourney that is almost completely set up, rather than starting from scratch. Let's take a closer look. First, head to pickleballtournaments.com and make sure you are logged in. Next, click on Create a Tournament. By this time, you should have a club set up to host the tournament. If not, you will need to go to pickleballclubs.com to start that process. Choose the club that is hosting the tournament in the drop-down menu. Create the title of your tournament. Below the title, you will see an option to create a blank tournament or advertise only. Choose blank tournament. Next is the global templates. Read through which one best suits your needs. In this case, I'd like to run a round robin. If we end up with a few larger brackets, we can always go back to change a specific event to a different format or add playoffs later. The next screen will show the start of your pre-made tournament, but we will have to update a few things. While you can take the time to read every option you can adjust within the screen, using a template is intended to make the process easier for you. This training video will cover the specific things you need to adjust. You are always welcome to skim and adjust other options as needed. If you need help, please see our training videos on how to set up a tournament, as that covers our options in greater detail. First, decide if you will use texting. Next, scroll down to adjust your show public date. This is the date your tournament will show on pickleballtournaments.com. Next, retype your title. We will then scroll down to find the registration setup. Turn online registration on and set your registration dates. Remember to leave yourself time between when your registration closes down and your tournament start date. Personally speaking, I give myself about 10 days to track down any last-minute registrations, make final changes, finalize events, create brackets, and still get start times to registrants in a timely manner. Continue scrolling and stop at Contact Info. Change this by clicking on Contact 1 and search by your last name. You'll see your name now as the primary contact for the tournament. Change the billing email address as well to your email address. Continue scrolling down until you reach the description. Include a description of your event, any additional information you want to relay, and a cancellation policy. You are welcome to browse any tournaments on our website for ideas on what to write. You can always come back to the screen to make any changes at a later time. For now, let's click Save and Proceed Next at the top to continue working. On this next registration page, decide if you are offering any discounts or just type in your registration cost. If you need to add a late registration cost, you can add that in line 2, along with when it will start. Lastly, choose how many events are included in this cost. Click Save and Proceed Next at the top. Connect your Stripe account by following the prompts. Please note your Stripe must be activated within your club setup first, before connecting it to the tournament, or browse the other payment options if you don't want to use Stripe. Click Save and Proceed Next to continue. Upload your tournament logo per the specifications provided, your tournament's waiver, a flyer if you have one, and click Save and Proceed Next. For discount codes, sponsors, and payment methods, you can stop on each of those pages and add any needed information, clicking Save and Proceed Next after making the needed changes. You'll want to stop at the venue section to make sure it is set with the appropriate address. Also, be sure to designate how many courts you have along with what type of ball you will be using. If you aren't sure on the type of ball, it can be added later. You likely can skip the amenities section, unless you have a partnership with a hotel, for example, that you want to include. Clicking Save and Proceed Next will get you to the Managers section. You'll need to assign a primary manager for your tournament. Click Add New and search by last name. Add the manager with primary privileges and click Save next to their name. Add any other managers who will be helping with your tournament and assign them the appropriate privileges. Click Save and Proceed Next at the top and you will be brought to the tournament dashboard. This screen gives you an overview of your tournament, including registration stats, payments received, and also a tally of any service fees. Please remember that if you use Stripe, any player service fees are added to your registration cost, collected by Stripe, and paid directly to us. You will see that reflected on your receipt as registrations come in. For now though, click on Balance Due to pay the setup fee. If you do not pay the setup fee, the tournament will self-delete in 5 days due to lack of payment. Once payment is completed, the last thing to check is your events. Go to the tournament menu and click Events. You'll be brought to a screen where you can start customizing what your events look like. To start, click Edit List at the top and make sure your event dates are set up correctly. You can also add a cost to a specific event if, for example, your registration cost was set up to include one event. In that case, the $10 fee shown here will only be activated if the event was chosen as the second event. Make any needed changes and click the Save button once every event is adjusted. Next, you can go into each event to customize even further. Click on the Edit pencil next to any event to edit it. Editing your events further is completely optional, especially if your event is simple with limited space. However, we want to give you the tools to make further customizations if you so choose. Scroll down to start editing your events. We would recommend turning the waitlist service on, as that will automatically assist in moving players to the waitlist if their partner doesn't get registered. Adjust your format if needed, and decide if you have a minimum age. In this example, you are shown how to make your event specific to ages 10 and above. Keep scrolling down to determine the maximum number of teams allowed in your bracket. If you are unfamiliar with how to determine your maximum capacity, please see the training tutorial on how to use the simulator on our YouTube page. You can also add a limit on how many days a partner has to register before they automatically get moved to the waitlist. Keep scrolling down to determine if you want to make any changes now to the score formatting. You can always come back later to make changes if you want to run the simulator first. Click Save at the top once complete. The last thing to cover within the event is adding age splits if desired. If you click Add New Split, you can set up specific age divisions, along with any registration limitations such as maximum teams within each age split. This will create separate events on the public side for participants to register for, while keeping them housed in the same area on the tournament side. Adding age splits is optional, but if you have the room in your venue for it, we would recommend it. Click Back to Events to review the settings for your other events and adjust as needed. When you're ready to open registration, just head back to Edit Tourney and adjust both your show public date as well as potentially your registration dates if you're ready earlier than expected. Use the link at the top to open a new tab and view how your tournament looks to the public. After that, you're all set. Thanks for watching our tutorial on how to use our templates. Please check out our YouTube page for other trainings, webinars, and more.